Okay, hello and welcome to Branch Replay's Yu-Gi-Oh Capsule Monster Coliseum. This game originally came out in 2004 in North America and Japan, then early 2005 in Europe. I will talk more about the game once I'm quickly into it past this opening cutscene. Welcome to Capsule Monster Coliseum. You're just in time for the big tournament. The Capsule Monster Battle Tournament. Yu-Gi-Oh and his alter ego, which had been trapped in the Millennium Puzzle. Will use their wits and monster capabilities to defeat all of their opponents. As they fight for the title bestowed on only the best Capsule Monster Coliseum fighter. The title of King of Capsule Monsters. Okay, so now that opening cutscene is done, and before we get to the tutorial, I get to talk about a few things. So, first things first, the game will ask me to, do the name entry thing, and then we get to make our symbol, which I will explain more about in just a moment. So, I'm playing the original PS2 version of the game. I know that the Libra mod is a thing, however, I might come back and play that at another time, or I might do it as a stream. I don't know, but for now, I'm just going to be playing the base version of the game. Also, 10 out of 10, managed to type my name correctly. That's 2 games in a row, I think. Okay, so, we could buy a starter kit, it can just set you up immediately, but I'm going to build a custom symbol. Now, we have 8 attributes to choose from, which will be shown in just a moment. We have... in your own time game, we have, and they all have different effects. So we have dark, fire, water, earth, wind, wood, thunder, and light. So I'm going to double back to wind real quick, because the last time I played this game, I used a wind symbol. And because I'm very indecisive, I will just bring up a random number generator between 1 and 7, and that will determine which one I get. So I'm going to click left, so it'll move to the right, and we're going to see what we get. So, that is 3. So, 3, each clicks to the left is 1, 2, 3. We are going to be playing the game with a fire symbol. Okay, so, hang on, wait, I also need to turn that back off. There we go. So, we can have a Fiend, Horn, Fairy, Ring, Palace, Wing, Tower, or Needle kind of obelisk design. I think I will go with the Fiend one, because it looks kind of cool. And then we can have Purple, Ash, Pink, Wood, Green, Platinum, Cyan, or Onyx. Or Purple. I think I'll go with Onyx, because it looks kind of cool. And now we have Monster Points, AP, and PP. AP is your ability points. That affects your ability to move stuff just on your turn. I think it mostly affects your first turn. PP is your health, and MP is basically money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 40 points into PP. So that'll do that. Then I'm going to put 80 into MP and 80 into AP. Mostly this way I can just get a good balance for starting the game. I have no idea if this is considered optimal or if it's terrible or what, but hey, away we go. And now that we've started the game, we're going to get our tutorial, and, well, get a tutorial from Grandpa, so I will be back once this tutorial is done.
Grandpa, Ah, I thought you would come, Yugi.
What are you doing?
I knew you wouldn't have prepared anything. You're always so impatient. I brought monsters that you can use in the tournament.
That's my grandpa.
Hold your horses. I never said I was giving you these for free. I'll exchange them for monster points.
Monster points?
You can earn monster points by winning during the tournament. Keep winning to get more and more.
But I haven't battled even once yet.
But didn't you just create a symbol that gave you monster points? Use those to start with. Let me give you some tips. Monsters can be separated into light, dark, fire, water, earth, wood, wind, and thunder. In other words, each monster has a different attribute. And each attribute has a different advantage and disadvantage. I'll explain what they are, but if you don't think you can remember them, I suggest you take notes. Are you ready? Here they are. Light is strong against dark, and dark is strong against earth. Fire is strong against wood, and water is strong against fire. Earth is strong against thunder, and wood is strong against wind. Wind is strong against water, and thunder is strong against... That's it. If you remember these relationships, it will increase your chances for victory.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly interject here. This is so much more needlessly complicated in presentation than it needs to be. They could just tell you water, fire, wood, and wind as one set, and then earth, thunder, light, and dark as the other, as two separate little things, as opposed to having everything kind of just crisscrossing across.
So only having monsters of a single attribute is dangerous.
That's my grandson. You learn quickly. However, you should always take your opponent's attribute into account. That's another important point to remember. Well, the rest is up to you.
I understand. Can you show me the monsters?
Okay, so we have 640 monster points to buy monsters with. So let's see what we can get. We can get the Happy Lover, we can get Skelangel, Karibo, Feral Imp, the Right Leg of Exodia, Firegrass, Flame Viper, Mechanical Snail, Psychic Kappa, White Dolphin, Hanoa, Lavas, Droolbird, Kurama. I can get Wicked Dragon with the Ursat's head, Petite Moth, Man-Eater, Steel Scorpion, and Kaminari Kozu. Okay, so since we're going fire, I'm going to stock up on one Firegrass. I'll stock up on one of each of the fire monsters. I'll get a White Dolphin, I'll get a Lavas, I'll get a Kurama and a Droolbird, I will get a Man-Eater, I'll get a Kaminari Kozu, I'll get a Karibo, and I'll get a Skelangel. Okay, so this way I have just kind of a bit of everything, but also a priority on fire, because obviously I have a fire symbol. Now then, hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me too much, but I don't think many opponents in this game actually have water symbols, so I think I should be okay, as we enter Area 1 for our first opponent against Joey. So, first stage is the Forgotten Capital, an ancient city forgotten long ago. However, there's still a plentiful water supply. Many of the landforms are advantageous for water attribute monsters. And if you want to, you can verify it and kind of like look at the map in advance, just to kind of, you know, plan a course of action. Okay, so let's get right on into it, and every duel has a kind of intro and outro dialogue. So fortunately, it means I have so much less reading to do in this game, because we're also going to get stopped for about 5 tutorials in this match. So, yeah, that's not exactly ideal, but hey, here we are, as we enter the Forgotten Capital.
The one and only. And don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you just because you're my friend. I'm not holding anything back.
Then let's get started, Joey!
Okay, so the way that it kind of determines who moves first in this game is 8 cards will be shown, and face down, you just pick one. Whoever gets the higher number gets to choose the order. But we got 7, Joey got 1, so I'm going to choose to move first. So now your symbol is placed in one place, and then all of your capsule monsters are kind of summoned out around it. Well, they're kind of placed around it. You have to summon them individually, and then they can move. However, they can't be summoned and move on the same turn. And now Yugi is going to give us a tutorial.
Okay, I'll select my monsters to play with.
Wait a sec.
What's wrong, Yugi?
There's a limit on which monsters you can use, which is determined by monster points.
You mean the points I paid in order to get monsters?
Yeah. Each stage has a set limit of monster points. And the total monster points of the monsters you use cannot exceed the limit.
I see. That means if the monster point limit of the stage is 100, then I can use 10 monsters that are 10 monster points each. Or I can only use 5 monsters if they are 20 monster points each.
That's right. So you have to think carefully about the balance of which monsters to use.
Okay. Thanks, Yugi.
Okay, so, the map favors light, dark, and wind by the looks of things. So I will take, I'll take White Dolphin, because there's a whole bunch of water and I remember this level's gimmick. I'll take Flame Viper, because it's, you know, it's one of my fire monsters. I'll take Kurama, because I remember it being pretty good. And what else can I even bring? I have 3 more things. I'll take... Oh, that actually works out perfectly. So I can get Drillbird, Skelangel, and Karibo to bring out the maximum number of monsters for this stage, being 6. But I will just place my symbol... Yeah, why not? And now you can choose to place your monsters individually. I'm just going to let the game kind of place them randomly for me. I don't imagine it'll make all that much of a difference. But hey, I might be horribly, horribly wrong. I hope I won't be. Anyway, it is time to get another tutorial. We'll get tutorials for our first couple of turns.
It's time to start!
Hey, in order to move your pieces, you need AP.
I see. Each piece has a set requirement of AP. And if I move it, then the AP on the screen decreases, correct?
Yep. And if you don't have enough AP, then you can't move your pieces anymore.
So I have to be careful about the amount of AP when thinking about how to move my pieces.
Uh-huh. But first, you can't move anything if you don't summon monsters from your capsules. So you have to choose which monsters to summon.
You're right. Okay.
Okay, so my first couple of turns are basically just going to be me summoning my monsters. Because I'd rather have all of my monsters kind of just summoned and on the field. However, the more monsters I summon, that number is gradually going up, so I'll have more kind of points to use on my next turn.
You're gonna see what Joey Wheel is all about.
Okay, so Joey, obviously, he's the first opponent in the game. He has 4 Fire Reapers. That's all he has. And, yeah, he basically has the same monster 4 times.
Here I go.
Do I get another tutorial? Yep.
Hey, right now you saw the AP increase, right?
What? Yes, you are correct.
Where it says AP on the screen, there's a number with a plus sign next to it.
Yes. This number must be the amount of AP that increases on my turn.
Yeah, and if you summon a monster, it'll increase.
That means either I move a summoned monster, or I summon so that I can move more pieces. That's something I need to think about.
It's important to make a decision based on the situation.
Yeah, this is the tutorial level, though, so I'm just gonna summon out all of my monsters and then attack. Also, I should probably mention the win condition. You win if you destroy your opponent's symbol, or if you destroy all of their monsters. Otherwise, I don't think there's like a I don't think there's a set time limit or anything, so we should be okay.
Its ability decreased.
That terrain is not good for your piece's attribute.
If the terrain is unfavorable, then its ability decreases. But if the terrain is favorable, then the ability increases.
Yeah, you can check by looking at your piece's ability.
I see. Then, I should be on the same terrain as my attribute as much as possible.
It changes depending on the situation, but it's worth remembering.
Basically, I moved the fire thing closer to the water so it didn't like it. To drastically oversimplify. That's basically what that means. And speaking of... Actually, no, I think Joey will do that on his... I think it'll happen on his next turn. So, Joey's pieces are now on the move. However, White Dolphin is going to be an important, whatchamacallit, monster for me in this duel. Mostly just because, well, it's a dolphin, it's a water monster, and I am dealing with someone who is using fire. So now it is time to kind of move all my monsters kind of just into position. Also, you may notice that while I'm moving my monsters, they have blue and orange tiles. Orange is their attack range, blue is their movement range. And right now, things aren't exactly looking great for old Karibo, but hey, that's fine. Because, honestly, okay, I have heard that Karibo is, like, super good in this game, but I have no idea what the meta of this game would be, so... yeah, I'm okay with just leaving it, and I do not want that to be in the water. Obviously, though, because I have fire... because fire is my attribute, obviously, water stages aren't exactly going to be great for me. However, I don't think I need to worry about this too much. I can only think of 2 people who have water symbols in the entire game. And one is at the end of Area 1, and then I think the other is in Area 2 or maybe 3. However, the stage is now changing. Because the water is now increasing. Like, the water is now raising.
What? You can't be serious. This can't happen.
Okay, so pretty much on this stage, every 3 turns, the water will rise. The water will rise twice, and then it'll go down twice. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. Now, I still can't get Skelangel into position to hit anything just yet. But can I get Karibo? I can get Karibo into position. However, Karibo has, like, no defense, so I'm gonna leave Karibo where it is just for now, mostly because I'm pretty sure it just gets obliterated if I don't. And I can move Drollbird really far. But I feel like I probably shouldn't. How far can I move White Dolphin? I can move it 3, so I can move it into the water. So that's very nice. I can get a nice power up there. And I can move Skelangel forward 1 tile, and I'll just leave Drollbird and Karibo where they are. Okay, so what's Joey gonna do? Because I know that Fire Reaper can move forward it can move 2 and then attack forward in 2. So I need to be a little bit careful because I don't want any of my monsters to be destroyed if I can avoid it. Partially because, you know, having more monsters is always good, and also because I know, I remember that if you lose a monster in a duel, you then can't use it in the next one. However, what I'm going to do is, I'll move Karibo back to here just for now. I'll move Karibo to there so I can move Skelangel to here so Skelangel can launch an attack. Okay, it'll do 94 damage. And also, just like in many of the other games, in this game, you do get little animations for all of your monsters as attacks. You can turn them off, and also, man, Skelangel's design is really weird, isn't it? Like, it's just... it's a floating hands and feet with wings and a bow and arrow. Weird. But hey, you know what? I'm not going to question it too much. Also,
What are you doing?
attacking. So the more damage you do, the more EXP you gain, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. That was not what I was aiming for, but I want to go over here, because now Duel Bird should be able to land an attack and finish off this Fire Reaper. So you gain EXP for doing damage to your opponent's monsters. If you destroy your opponent's monster, you get even more EXP. I don't think it affects every monster, but some monsters can learn abilities as they level up, some can evolve and become different monsters. So, yeah, it's it is quite complicated in some regards. To be honest, I think the last time I played this, I think I got one evolution, and it was right at the end of the game. So, yeah, I wouldn't count on seeing a whole lot of them happening. And now I can just jump. White Dolphin. Actually, its defense is pretty good. Maybe I could leave it there. I'll just leave it for now. I'll leave White Dolphin for this turn, because he will more than likely move forward and attack Flame Viper.
Yep,
I think that's what he'll do.
Mean I'm gonna surrender.
I might be totally wrong on this, because I am really bad at reading the strategies of opponents. Okay, no, he's just going to attack Duel Bird. Fortunately for me, it doesn't look like he should be... Yeah, even if he moves the other one forward, he won't be able to secure the kill, so I can get Duel Bird out of here. Now, the main reason I want to do that is if your monster is destroyed, you can't use it in the next duel. If you lose the duel, like if I beat Joey, then... Okay, let's say Duel Bird gets destroyed, right? And then I win. And then I still win the duel, then I go and duel the next opponent and lose, then I could go and use Duel Bird again.
If that's all the damage you can deal, then my monster will not fall.
So basically, you know, not losing your monsters is very much a thing that would be encouraged, let's just say. And now, since enough 3 turns have passed, the water will rise again. So now the water has gotten even higher. So now, all of his monsters are in the water, I believe. However, the water has now reached its maximum and will start to go back down as turns go by again.
Now is not the time to let up.
Okay, so... I'm going to move Flame Viper forward and attack. I'm probably not going to get any... Never mind, I was going to say I'm not going to get much real damage out here, but... Apparently Flame Viper's going to hit pretty hard right now. One thing that I think I'm going to definitely have to kind of keep track of and kind of just like mentally associate is the fact that some monsters, while they're cards, like as cards, they might be garbage. Like Flame Viper is a garbage card, but it might be a really good monster in this game. Now, Skelengel... I can't get Skelengel into a position where it can hit anything this turn. So for now, I think I'll just leave it where it is. Duel Bird, though, I will get it out of here. Basically, Duel Bird is now at a very dangerously low on health, so I don't really want it to be in a fight if I can avoid it. And I can, however, I can move White Dolphin up, attack, and just... hang on, wait. I instead... Wait. Is this gonna work? It should work. So I can have Kurama fly in, attack and destroy this Flame Reaper. Then I should be able to have White Dolphin kind of leapfrog over Kurama and in front of the other Flame Reaper and get an attack in. I think. If not, I may have misplayed a little bit, but I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Because right now, we are pretty much in the clear. I don't see a world where I manage to lose this.
It's the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs.
We're playing baseball now. So I can just jump forward and attack this. This'll do a ton. It nearly one-shot. Okay, so White Dolphin. Another thing that in the card game would be super useless. But hey, it might be somewhat useful here. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting it to shoot lightning, but hey, here we are. 163 out of 174 damage. That thing gets destroyed next turn. And Karibo can move into a new, slightly more, actually, slightly less safe, I guess, but potentially advantageous position. Then I move Scoundrel over there, and hopefully I can get it in range to hit his Fire Reaper next turn. Next turn should finish this duel. And... okay, yeah, that's going to do nothing. I think once the animation starts, you're locked into seeing it, I think. Yeah, I don't think I can skip the animation. However, once I've seen the monster's battle animations before, I think I might turn the animation off, just to kind of save a little bit of time. Unless it's like the final one of the duel, then I think I'll save it. Okay. Okay, Joey making a bit of a tactical move there. He moved his monster out of the range. Like, he moved it out of the water. He moved out of the water so he could then actually get the attack in. However, I still can't actually attack the Scoundrel, so I'll move it forward by 1. I'll move it forward by 1. Then I will have... okay, Karibo. Karibo actually does decent damage. I mean, I know it's because this Flame Reaper is in the water, but still. Sorry, the Fire Reaper. Fire Reaper, Flame Reaper, whatever you want to call it, really. Anyway, off you go, Karibo. Get him! Okay, Pin Missile. Let's go. That does 100 damage, and now Kurama should be able to just fly in and secure the kill.
You're not gonna let up. Not even a little bit, are you?
Nope, because we are playing for the win here. So I can just fly Kurama up over here, land the attack, and destroy the Fire Reaper. And then I can have White Dolphin attack his other one, and that is this duel over. I don't know if I'm doing well with kind of my EXP distribution, because I don't know if any of my... I don't know which monsters in this game can evolve. Like, I know Root Water can become High-Tide Gyojin because I had that last time, but I don't really know how it all works. But hey, I assume I will find that out as I play. Okay, so with that, the final Fire Reaper is destroyed, and that is this duel over.
Ah, it's all over.
So that is opponent number 1 out of 25 defeated. Yes, there's 25 opponents that I'm going to fight in this game. So, we'll be here a little while.
I lost, Yugi.
But Joey, you fought valiantly.
Yeah, I guess I did. Maybe that's why I don't feel that bad that I lost. Now, Yug, don't you be losing any other duels, all right?
Of course, I won't let you down.
So the weird thing in this game is a couple of opponents come back 2, sometimes even 3 times. You only duel Joey the once. That's always been a little bit weird to me. Anyway, so because we won the duel, all of our surviving monsters gained some bonus EXP, and now we can take some of the monsters that we destroyed from our opponent. Basically, as long as you destroy your opponent's monster, you can then claim it as your own for winning.
Hey, Yugi!
What's wrong, Joey?
There's something I forgot to tell you about this tournament. There are 5 opponents in each area. And if you don't beat them all, you can't move on.
That means I just defeated you, Joey, so I have to defeat 4 more opponents.
Right. And if you clear 4 areas, a whole new path opens up.
A new path? What's that?
Like I know. Well, just keep winning. And maybe it'll all make sense later. So keep at it, buddy.
Thanks, Joey. That's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, beat their butts. See you later. A new path.
I don't know what the new path is, but we're traveling on our own road right now. No matter who we face on this road, we must win. And we'll do it together.
Yeah!
Okay, so that is our first opponent defeated, and now we get the option to save the game. The game will let you just save after every duel, and I will be doing that. Fortunately, the game also gives you 9 pages of free, so I'll just save in a new slot after every duel, I suppose. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is end off today's episode here. So as always, next time we'll be continuing on as we go and duel opponent number 2 and probably opponent number 3. So opponent number 2 in our first duel next time will be... Actually, I'll leave that until next time. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you either tomorrow for more Pokemon, or back on Wednesday for more Yu-Gi-Oh Capsule Monster Coliseum. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.